What's up, spiritual gang, love, namaste. And you know we in here. We just gonna start the reading. We're gonna get straight to it. Period. You know, in between, y'all, my sage fell on my bag earlier, so I got on some of my cards. But you know, a little sage ain't gonna hurt. You gotta love the sage. I'm gonna keep my sage close too. I try to keep it lit. Keep up with it being lit throughout this reading, but we gonna just manage with what we got, okay? So let's get into it. Let's see. Spirit guides, my guardian angels, divine guides, ancestors, ancient Egyptian ancestors, and my Indian ancestors. What do you have for the collective today? What's a reading for today? The present moment as of today. Where are they at as of the present moment, Spirit? Somebody here, you're gaining a better understanding, okay? About different ways that you're fruitful, different ways that you show up for others, for yourself. You could just genuinely be, learning how to love self. And if it's not that, you could be learning how to receive in love. Let's just see. Somebody here is getting a better understanding of something. Somebody here could have a 4-year-old, or your birthday could be on the 4th, 24, 25, or 26. Genesis, your understanding of something that's very and healing. Okay, so somebody here is very protected while they are healing. Here, I might as well just pull it down at this point so y'all can see. I'm going to get one of them stands, y'all. Just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. I'm going to get one. I'm manifesting that shit already. All right, Spirit, give me one more card. Somebody could be 24, born on 24th, 33. All right, one more, Spirit, for the current day. So, yeah, you're very protected while you're going through this healing process. Somebody here is tapping into their creative abilities, or something that you do, and you have to use your creativeness for it. That's how. And you're preserving through this shit. So you're very protected. You're healing right now, 26. Somebody here could be 26. You're healing, and you just come into the terms and knowledges and understanding of something more bigger than you, understanding of the healing process and, how it is, or understanding of, okay, I'm healing myself, so I'm cautious that I put myself in these positions. So how can I heal myself coming up out of these positions type of energy? Or you're just getting the understanding of things that you need to heal from, things that you elevated from, things that you grew from. You're getting the understanding about something. Okay, or you could just be getting an understanding about yourself on a spiritual aspect, a spiritual level. Okay, collective. I thought I had grabbed my karma cards, but I guess Spirit didn't want me to start off with those today. So okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna redo that. Somebody here, you need to call back your power, because intuition is all coming together. Somebody here, you need to call back your power from these people. If you get an intuitive feeling and then everything starts to make sense, starts to all come together, that Spirit showing you that it's not for you, or that you know what you need to do. Okay? Or somebody else, like I said, you're learning about self and your abilities and your gifts, and you could be tuning more into your intuition more, and actually listening to your intuition, and following through. Yeah, your guidance is divinely guided. Okay, the answer is no. Wait, postpone. Say no. Okay, only you would know what the answer is no to. Have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, somebody here, like I said, you're learning more about self. So when you learn about self, you'll know where you're going, what you want. You won't entertain temporary shit, temporary relationship, temporary jobs, and spend money in reckless ways. You will be, more so aware of what you're doing if you were operating out of a self-love place. But see, the gig is, especially with these celebrities, is that the promotion is to not love yourself and just cover it up for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Or buy something and then it makes you perfect But it's like, okay, yeah, your body's all did up, but how does your soul feel deep within? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. My spirit, you give me one more card. Yeah, like I said, somebody needs to, you're never alone. Your ancient ancestors stand beside you. You never alone. You might feel like you are, but you're not. I'm gonna put my cards up here. Okay, so somebody here, call back your power, cut the cords. So retrieval, you need to cut the cords with people. Okay, this is for your own protection. If something just it's not vibing, it's not going, it's not giving, rejection is protection. So like, let's say you go into a room and they reject you, they don't fuck with you, they don't like you. Thank you. You just protected me from some shit I couldn't see, because if you feel this way off me and meeting me or being around me this long and whatever position I'm in life right now, if you feel this way about me, I can only imagine what you would do to me if I was in a more up position. You would, I couldn't trust you. I couldn't trust you with my life, limb, or nothing like that, because I wouldn't know what your intentions is off of the perception or the feeling that you have off somebody you don't know. So I wouldn't want you around me. Like, I would want you to eat, but not at my table. Okay, and where do you need to establish better boundaries? It's like somebody's pushing you and pushing that motive, or it's like not pushing that motive, but it's like somebody's really testing your boundaries, but this is a test for you. See, you looking at it like, oh, you could be looking at it like, I'm not going to say you're looking at it like, you could be looking at it like, this motherfucker is testing me. Why are you testing me? And really it's like, no, you're testing yourself. Why are you getting so worked up? Because you can't control the next motherfucker. Control self. That's the only thing we can control. Is like, I can't control you. I know I can't change people. I can change people that want to be changed. Yes, but I cannot change you if you show disinterest in changing. I'm going to go change people that want to be changed. You get what I'm saying? So it's like knowing where to intervene with your energy and when to take your energy back from a situation, because you know your worth, because you're not going to entertain these things. You get what I'm saying? So it's more so a matter of, okay, I love myself enough to know that, yeah, I love you. I can love you from afar, but I'm picking you from a broken point in myself. It's like what I do when I go out in the world and something happens, I use that as I use that as a demonstration of self-reflection. Like, okay, like me, I used to people please real bad. Back then, what I was taught was no matter how a man treats you, he can beat you half to death. You're supposed to be loyal to this dude. And it starts with the father. So it really starts with the discipline and tactics. And it's just the messages that you're teaching your children as they're coming up, right? So like I used to people please to the wrong people. So that was something I had to learn on my self-love journey, because I tended to attract a lot of narcissistic people, or a lot of people that take, but don't give. And that don't have to be monetary things. That could be your energy. That could be anything. People that constantly just take and never give. I don't know, maybe that was better. Okay, that worked too. I gotta put this up more. So that was one thing that I had to grasp. That's why I grabbed the light. I was about to read like my sage. So it was like, what is yours? And are you, I don't know, that was the reason people can't throw stuff back at me, that what I do is because I do it from a pure heart, and I'm me through and through. Through the darkness, through the light, through the ups and the downs, I'm always going to be me. Period. So it's like, I don't know, somebody here, you need to establish some better boundaries, because somebody here could be like not genuinely testing you, or they could be testing you 9:22 on the clock. And it's like, what are you going to do? Are you finna stoop down to this level and rack up karma on your end? Are you going to set a boundary? If it's not met, walk away? Like, how are you going to balance this situation out and still serve your highest good? Still serve self, because the hardest thing about forgiveness is forgiving self. It's not forgiving other people. It's forgiving self for the things that you allowed. And then it's like, okay, even if you didn't know, when you subconsciously picked it up, or when you did know, it's that's what's hard to forgive yourself for. It's like, damn, I knew. why didn't I listen to myself? So you getting this doubtful energy or this shameful energy where you don't listen to your own intuition because you feel this, I don't know, this 10-10 completion. Somebody completed something. You feel this downer energy. And it's like, no, instead of victimizing yourself and putting yourself in that little box. Because me, when I go through something, I isolate the fuck out of myself. Do you hear me? So I don't like, if my energy fucked up, I don't want to be around other people with fucked up energy. So I go into isolation. And that's me healing. That's me growing. And even if I'm crying, shit, I'm feeling it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, where do you grow at? Do you grow in isolation? Do you grow having counsel? Do you need a counselor? How do you grow and how can you implement that healthy habit in your life? Okay. Let's start. Let's get some affirmations. Okay, collective. It's like, I don't know, like, how are you going about your journey? How are you taking in the knowledge that you're taking? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, shit, the lessons that I be teaching y'all, the way I be learning them motherfuckers be kicking they kicked my ass at a period of time. But I don't speak on nothing I don't know or haven't healed, haven't been through. Okay? So it's like, the majority of the shit that I be talking about on here, I done been there, done that shit. Been there, done it. Been there, went through it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't do a lot of the deceitful shit that's going on here. But like, I'm saying like, I done been there, done it. As in went through the shit and healed it. Even if I was the victim in the situation, I don't look at myself like a victim. I looked at myself like a victim when I was in a very broken state of mind. But now I know, like, okay, I can create my own reality. I create my own world. The things I manifest into my reality don't be bad because the shit I do. 12, 12, 12, 11 on the clock. Okay. Can you give us some affirmations for the present moment? So you need to call back your energy from some people if you're not physically around them. And if you're physically around them, you need to get rid of energy in your aura field. Okay, Spirit, can you give us some affirmations for today? Thank you. I bring peace with me wherever I go. What did I just say about attracting peace? Say it with me. I bring peace with me wherever I go. And it's like, how are you viewing yourself? How do you look at yourself as well? Because it's a deep reflection of what you're going to attract, what you entertain, the things that you'll pick. Okay? I claim my desires. I hold great visions. I am ready to receive. Say it with me. I claim my desires. I hold great visions. I am ready to receive. Owning my power, inspire others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Say it with me. Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. I love that. Walk in your truth, and believe it or not, people around you will learn from you being in a storm. Like, I done been in storms and I'm in rooms with many people, and people taking the lessons from me going through my storm and how I dealt with it. If you're a true divine being, it's either you'll learn in the midst of a storm or you're going to let the storm break you. It's like, how are you going about these situations? Are you challenging yourself? Or are you making yourself critical, being in victim condition? Or are you like, okay, you know what? I did overgive myself right there. I did fall short right here. So you know what? What can I do that's going to best benefit me going forward? Okay, abusive dynamic. Okay, I did stay way too long. He did tell me he was going to keep changing. He did tell me he was going to change, but he didn't. I'm going to try. Trying is failing. That's like me saying, oh, I went out to the basketball court and I tried to make 25 shots. Well, did you? No, I failed. I did not do it. So it's like, okay, I tried to leave, but I didn't. Stand on what you mean and mean what you say. Okay? When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. Say it with me. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. 14:41 on the clock. And it's like, how are you leading? Are you leading? Are you trying to have people scared of you? And like, is that how you trying to lead? Or are you more so trying to lead from a loving intent or a fear intent? a blackmail intent. What is your intentions? And that's why I say, like, if it's not from a loving place, that's when you need to be like, okay, what is your intentions? Because if it's not love, then what is it? Lust? What is it? For money? What's your intent? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we fell real short at is what social media paints this perfect illusion. Like me on social media, shit, if you follow my personal platforms, you gonna see me in my ups and my downs and my lows and my highs. You're gonna just see me being me, period. I don't act like nothing I'm not. So it's like the way social media works with relationships, right? You'll get two people in a dynamic, they'll post it on social media. Then you got the people that's watching how the man is treating the woman that comes in and try to intervene. You got the people that paint, they make it seem like their grass is really green where they at, and then when you get there, it ain't so green. You get what I'm saying? So you got them people, and that's what the 80-20 rule come in at, because manipulation is through visualization. So what they do with these social media platforms is manipulate the man's mind. Okay, they know men like money. They know men like cars. They know men like women. Okay? Other way around for women. They know we like wigs. They know we like lashes, nails, shit that costs hella money. But it's like, okay, you did it for the moment, but is it to cover up something that you're really deeply insecure about in between, internally? And it's like, that's what social media do. It paints this illusion that, no, I don't have no insecurities. No. Nobody's being authentic no more. Everybody's dressing to impress. Everybody want to impress the next person. And that's why I say, like, club scenes feeds the ego. Social media feeds the ego. Because then it's like, okay, it get a little dried up at home. It get a little boring at home. Well, what? Now you're always looking for something more. Like, okay, well, maybe they could just, no. It's, okay, put work in what you already working on and got going on. Don't go looking outward for something that you need to fix inward, because you're projecting that shit on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Type of energy. So, I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I might seem like I'm like not here, but I am, I promise. I just really been resting a lot and like getting my work done, of course, doing healing work. Like I had a healing ass moment this morning, got emotional. I'm not afraid to admit that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you have to, in order to heal something, you have to face that. You gotta face that demon. You gotta face where it stemmed from. And majority of the times, a lot of this shit stem from childhood. It be the carriers, the parents that we have. And then after a certain point, baby, you're responsible for your own life. You're responsible for how you're moving. Because they got you up to this point. Their knowledge got you here. So it's like, okay, going forward, do I want to partake in where the route they're going down, or do I want to elevate and grow past that? And then based off of what decision you make, that's the route you'll take. Okay. But like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Yeah, look, this fell out again. Owning my power, inspire others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. So maybe like, look, earlier I was watching this lady, her name is Queen Cup, and I love her to death. Like, she was my reader before I even was a reader. I give props where props is due, okay? And she was saying some real shit, and she was like, basically like with this new paradigm shift, because I think the moon is in Capricorn. I was looking at the app this morning. She was like, basically with this shift, you got people that's standing more tall in demonic energy, and then you got people that's more so operating in light, but it's a balance between the two. And that brings me back to my video I made on the light and dark polarity. And it's like where there's light, there's darkness lies. So it's like that balance, but it's like, okay, I can bring out this to protect myself when I need to, my darkness, but I'm not operating fully out of that energy. Type of energy everybody embodies light and dark. Is more so, what are you leaving out of? What path did you choose to take to better yourself, or, follow down that line? So she said something like that, and it was like, damn, she on fucking point. She on fucking point. Do you hear me? But it's like, where she got me at, where my message lied to with me at, I don't know who this could resonate, is like wanting to speak up, but not wanting to do too much. And it's like, but not wanting to be bullied, to be silent, but not wanting to, I don't know, come at the situation in pure demonic energy and match intentions. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm not leading from a demonic place, no. But it's more so me, like, okay, if I speak up, is this doing too much? No, stand tall, period. So that was something that she rung with me. And another one was that they said earlier, and it was just like a sidebar conversation. She said about weed affecting me way more. Like me, I don't drink no more for real. Like I'd have a cup of wine, but that shit be affecting me. And another thing, this is another thing she said. I just want to put y'all on because she put me on. I pass on knowledge. I don't take it like it's mine. So she said, pouring liquor out, you're feeding deities. What if your ancestors don't want that? And I said, damn it, I just did this on my ancestor's birthday. So I didn't know that. So I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm passing that message on because that was some real shit that I observed from that video. But back to y'all reading. Let's see something. Today, current mood. Current message for the present moment, spirit. Divine guides, guardian angels, and ancestors. But yeah. Positive expectations and clarity. You're getting clarity over a situation. Small steps. You're learning to ask for help, especially when you need it. That's something I really struggle with, you guys. 21:44 on the clock is asking for help when I really need it. Pride and ego will tell me, especially if somebody like playing in your face. Pride and ego will tell you like, I'll figure it out myself. I'll do it myself. But without the ego, without the pride, you really need that help. So it's like, drop the ego, drop the pride, drop the facade, drop the mask. And ask for help when it's needed. Wisdom of the power. Wisdom. You're gaining wisdom. Somebody who could be watching somebody. The whale watcher. Somebody could have a whale in their backyard or want to have a whale. I do in the future. Okay, I want to build my own well. I want to build a lot of shit. I want to build my home, everything. Okay, so you're getting a lot of power from the divine, power of the divine, 22, 23, 33, 36, and 37. And you're gaining a lot of wisdom right now. It's like, how are you taking in this knowledge that you're grasping? Okay, you're getting a lot of knowledge, yes, but it's like, as you allowing this knowledge to mold you into a better person, 2255, or are you letting this knowledge, like, are you sitting in this knowledge? And another thing Queen Cup said, she said, she was talking about fake spiritualists and faking a path and acting like something that you're not. And she was like, my bad, y'all, I just got like a pitch in my ear, like a light whisper. But she was talking about, damn, it's like I just lost what she said that fast. Damn. Well, if it's meant to be said, it'll come back up. Okay. Damn. There was some wise ass advice, and it just like, spirit whispered in my ear, and it just like left. So I guess it wasn't meant to be said. Somebody here, choose your path. Take time and reflect. Then dictate what path are you taking. Okay? Sit back and reflect. Don't make decisions out of impulse. Okay? Right now is a very strong time to be patient. A lot of reflection on your actions and how you got to this point of where you are right now. And if you are happy where you are and you're reaping rewards and blessings, it's more so implementing more actions and towards your manifestations that's to come. 24, 26. Just because you're receiving some of your manifestations, don't stop right there. Keep going. Keep healing. Keep prevailing. But don't stop where you're at. There's always more growth. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? intend and create. Didn't I just say about manifestation? Set your intentions and create, but don't stay stagnant where you're at. It's like seeing the results and being happy that you're almost at the finish line. And everybody, you get that adrenaline. Everybody like, oh, oh, oh. And then you just slip up. You just stay right there. It's like, oh, I get a cramp. And you don't keep running, and you don't realize that you got this much distance between you and your competition. And you're only in competition with self. So between you and old self, okay? And you running, and it's like stopping. And then your old self catch up to you. But you're stagnant right here. So it's like, how can I implement more moves and going forward? How can I keep prevailing? How can I implement healthy shit to go forward, okay? Shadow skin. How can I get rid of anything around me that's not for my highest good? So somebody here, you getting rid of snakes. You see how it's a snake right here? And like, if you look up the spiritual meaning of a snake, it stands for knowledge. But you see how the snake is right here, but you see how it's all dropping. It's like dropping all that old baggage, all them old snakes off. You're getting rid of all that negative energy that's around you in order for your manifestations to start coming into fruition, okay? And see beyond your current situation. So maybe, like I said, reflection. You need to take a step back and reflect before you make any decision. Take a step back, reflect, tune in with self, and choose your path. Because you don't want to choose something out of brokenness, and then when you heal up, y'all outgrow each other. And it's like, it's not a hate thing. It's not a no love lost thing. Surround yourself with protective energy. Hanging around low vibrational energy. I was just having a conversation about this. So maybe this is a download. Or it is. I take my conversations as downloads. And I was talking about the company that you'll keep. And it's like being caught up in somebody's karma or some shit that's meant to affect somebody else hit you because you in the midst of their storm. Or because you're around this person. Like, I'm trying to think of like a situation that I was ever in. A lot of the shit that I did, I deserved because I got karma back for a lot of shit. Even if it didn't match my intention, karma work in mysterious ass ways. So it's like the way this shit come back to you, it could be on that same level or it could be 10 times worse. It could be 100 times worse. Depending on what karma want to do with your ass. How many strikes do you got? Okay? And see your seeds grow. So right now you planted some seeds. You know, this is my New Year's technically. In the springtime, everything starts to sprout. So it's like, okay, you're working on, you did work on everybody else's lawn, garden. You did all the care that you can do. But now it's time to take a step back and go to your garden. And, you know, commit yourself to healing self. And really taking a step back and reseeding, replanting them seeds in you, even if it's seeds that you got to dig out. You know how soil goes bad sometimes. You got to change your soil. You changing your soil out right now, and that means all the old little leaves got to go. You get what I'm saying? So my knee aching. Oh my gosh. So you changing out. I don't know why I just started doing that. Let me stretch it out. Ooh. It's like throbbing. I don't know. It's like a heartbeat in my fucking knee right now. Okay, so it's like you gotta go back and see what I mean? But I don't be doing nothing and I just be in pain. Like somebody in my energy, but I'm gonna cleanse myself. Somebody, your knee could be hurting, or you could be having something wrong with your knee, or you could be having aches and pains. Look, be devoted and committed. So you need to be committed to yourself right now, your self-love journey. And like I said, it's like when you turn back and look at your garden and you got to change out your soil, you'll realize all the people that sprayed 29 o'clock, sprayed pesticides on your yard. You'll see the people that the low bottom hanging fruits, Gmail confirmation, the people that only come around when it's time to pop them bottles, when it's only time to celebrate. But when them storms hit, when it get real dark, because with spirituality, it get dark. It gets real dark. It gets ugly. Especially the dark night of the soul. I don't know where my other phones are at right now. Actually, hold on one moment. Where did I do it? That's the question. Hold on, collective. What did I do? Oop. Let me pull y'all up more. Y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see every card. Here, I can scoot it down a little bit more. Somebody here, you could be seeing rabbits. That means you got good fortune on the way as well. Yeah, I can put it back out. There we go. Okay. Spirit. There we go. This is my mind, body, soul, and spirit binder. And like, I got a lot of old notes from back then when I first started my healing journey 2 years ago. So I'm going to share something with y'all. Spirit, give me a message for today. Is the secret to success as simple as just not giving up? This could be about a job, a venture. You probably planted seeds and had to walk away from something, or got kicked out or rejected out. And now them seeds are growing that you've been working on self. Now they're finally blossoming. Okay? It's like everybody want to get through the storm. Everybody want the testimony, no test. No, you got to go through the test first. It's like walking through that storm and the vision foggy, it's cloudy right now. It's like everything is bad right now. And then when you walk at the end of the tunnel, it's like, damn, this was my promised land. Well, damn, this is what was in store for me. You got to keep walking. Walk through that motherfucker. Even if tornadoes come through that bitch and hit, keep walking. I got stripped of everything. I'm telling you, everything. But I never gave up on my spiritual journey, and I never gave up on faith of where I'm going and my fate and my purpose and my destiny. I never gave up on that. So it's like you got to keep walking. And you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. But just keep walking, even through the dark. Even if you feel like everything is being taken, I'm telling you, everything. Strip, 32 on the clock. 32:22 on the clock. Do you hear me? Spirituality is not for the weak. Okay? Let's see. Increasingly, researchers are seeing that aptitude isn't everything. We all know intelligence is important. But Spirit, give me something that I did. Okay, dealing with mental illness. Somebody here could be dealing with mental illness. And that's a very serious topic. And like, with mental illness, like I dealt with that back then, and I healed my own mind. Like I tried to do therapy, that shit didn't help me personally. 3305. And like I put myself in other people's shoes and perspective, and I'm like, I tried to understand my abusers instead of be them, you know? So I was like, and that's how I learned where the childhood traumas and the triggerings and all that shit really stem from. Because I healed myself too. And I healed my own childhood triggers and traumas. You know, healing is not, you don't just heal and you're done healing. You keep healing, you keep growing. Your perspective can always grow and change. 33:35 on the clock. So like, I don't know. I could have, when back then at the beginning of my spiritual journey, I was fighting depression really severely. And I was operating out of dark night of the soul, but I thought I was depressed. And I was operating out of a lot of shit being casted on me. And I didn't know nothing about spiritual warfare for real 2 years ago. So like, one of the times, like, I was sad my ancestors was with me. And this was at the beginning, like, very, very, very beginning of my spiritual journey, before I got a reading done on myself and was fine and found out that people was trying to cash it on my life. But somebody was sending me a death spell, right? And like I felt so dead inside. Everything, I lost everything. I was stripped of everything. My car, place to live, like everything was gone. Do you hear me? Like, I didn't really have people I can go to. I don't have support. Okay, I am the backup plan. If I fall short, I mean, I'm meeting tribe family, I'm meeting support now, but back then, 2 years ago, I didn't even know how to even ask for the shit. And like, I just remember driving over my Uncle Bridge because I didn't know, like, you know, ancestors were still around, at least back then, 2 years ago. Maybe this could help somebody. And I just remember driving my car and like I zoned out the bridge they found my uncle in. I just remember like not wanting to live and feeling so dead inside and just feeling stuck and like I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't come up off no money. Like I just felt worthless. That was my definition of rock bottom. So somebody here, if you're at the start of your journey, you could be hitting your definition of rock bottom, which sprouted this growth to come. Okay? And I don't know, I just remember like trying to drive my car out the bridge to be with my uncle. And I know it's sad to say, but I can talk about it now because I healed this part of me. I used to fight depression really, really, really bad and suicide. But the most I tried to kill myself was during childhood. Now that I grew and elevated and I'm not that person no more, I can look back and be like, I'm so fucking proud of you that you did not give up, that you kept pushing, that you did not run your car off the bridge. So use me as an example of you can get over anything dark, anything that you fighting, you can get over this shit, but don't scoot to their level, okay? My ancestors really picked me up during that time. Look, these two fell. Well, three, they were already over there, so I guess I just never read them. My ancestors really picked me up. Like, I didn't walk my spiritual journey, majority of my journey, alone. Okay? I date people alone. I feel alone. You get what I'm saying? So it's like my ancestors always been there with me. I got a real good connection with my ancestors, my spirit guides, with divine. Because that's all I had when I ain't had nobody, when I had nothing. It left me to the choice where I had to drop on my knees. Because I was operating so much out of ego, pride, and hurt. And doing shit out of hurt. Because my ego was hurt. Because my pride got killed. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe this is a message for somebody. I don't know. Only you would know. But I just remember that being my version of rock bottom. And like that was the sprout of my spiritual journey. But I was in a dark night of the soul. But let me read the notes for y'all. It is a good thing for correction officers to pay particular attention to the normal behaviors of their inmate to detect abnormal behavior. So maybe we dealing with something with police and a mental health patient. And one thing I learned in criminal justice class, I took criminal justice class during high school because I wanted to be a lawyer. So I took that field, but it was more so police based. So, I mean, I stuck the class out, but I met some cool people in the class. Especially one of my ancestors right now, Benji. I lost him. But he was definitely one of the people I was cool with in the class. It was me, him, and Ardo. And we all used to kick it and shit. That was one of my friends. For real, like legitly. But in school type shit. So, I don't know. But one thing I did learn in the class is that the training that they get is not enough to focus on the mental health of a patient. So when the police come up and assess the scene, they're supposed to assess and check and see and make sure they're not mentally, like, you know, so they get the proper training that they need, but they don't usually do that. They overlook them signs and more so go in with a disciplinary approach when you're trying to discipline somebody that's mentally not there. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, maybe that's the situation. Somebody had an encounter. Look, my leg just jumped. Somebody had an encounter with the police and you could really be battling something really seriously mentally. And they overlooked it and like came at you in a disciplinary approach instead of looking at the fact that you're not mentally there and that you need the mental help. Okay, when you're handling someone with abnormal personalities, it's best to announce your moves before performing them. What if they put their hands on you? Did they announce their moves? Like, I'm finna handcuff you. I'm finna put you on the ground. I'm finna do that. How did they come? How did they show up at this scene? Okay, 3937. Abnormal behavior may be intermittent. Knows inmates so you can detect abnormal behavior. Mal has the biggest population. These are my notes. Wow. Interpersonal communications, three stages of learning motor skills: cognitive, associative, and automotive, right? Cognitive is inconsistent during the stage. Look, I'm teaching y'all my notes, okay? Association is understanding but still thinks. And then autonomous actually is aware what to do without much thought, okay? Those are different communicative styles. I can break them down. So cognitive, inconsistent during the change. That's somebody that's very indecisive, or they could be inconsistent with their movement during change. So it's like one moment I'm doing this, one moment I'm doing that. But that's how they know how to, go about things. That's how they knew how to handle things. Associative, understanding, but still thinks. This could be somebody right here, right now. Understanding, like you have an understanding, but you still have to think. Or it's like, okay, I got an understanding, but something don't seem right. It's like overthinking, thinking yourself, or you got to really sit back and think about everything to get a better understanding, even if you do understand it at face value in the moment. Okay, and then autonomous is aware what to do without much thought. You know what to do. It's like autopilot. You already know what to do without putting much thought into it. 4121, intuition to tell me to go left, I'm going to go left. Intuition tell me to go right, I'm going to go right. I'm not really going to question my intuition here. Okay? First impressions are made within 7 seconds of meeting the person. And that's, honestly, I feel like you could never, this is what criminal law teaches you. And honestly, out of my life of living and, going, I feel like 7 seconds is not long enough to dictate how a person is or how a person moves, because I could misread you based off of one movement, but you could be moving out of hurt. And I could have misread you in a whole room just because of how you're moving right now. That's the thing. You throw dirt on the flower, you might not see it grow, but it grows. And then when it grow out, you see the growth. I shared this wise piece of advice with somebody a while ago. And I said, I think it's so beautiful how nature grows, but we don't hear the growth. It's silent. But we know they're there. We see them grow. We see them lose leaves and some more shit throughout all seasons. But they still stand tall, right? Be that tree. Be that plant. 4 major components are affective, emotions or feelings; cognitive, belief or opinions held; connective, inclination for actions and evaluation or response to stimuli. 3 principal components of communication: message, speaker, and audience. Okay, 53 to 60% of communication is from your body language. Me, when I'm in a room, I will be quiet and I will assess the scene. First, me, I'm going to see with my intuition, what my energy feeling in this room. Okay? After I do that, I'm going to pay attention to everything and what people say. Do people project shit? How is people coming? Are we talking about business? I'm going to assess all that. I'm going to look at your body language, eye contact, all that. I'm looking at all that because my mouth could be telling you one thing, but my body language could be telling you another. You see, I like you. I do like you. I really do. What is that giving you? It's like indecisive. It's like I like you, but I'm angered, right? You gotta pay attention to them things. Okay, the main purpose of communication is to obtain some type of action. After you come to some type of formal agreement, compromise, what actions are you taking going forward? And even if it's not compromising with another, we're compromising with self. Okay, I compromise with myself from this day forward. I'm not dealing with people who's emotionally abusive anymore. And once I get a whiff of the first sign, I'm going to run away from it. I'm going to leave the premises and not act out of character. It's like, are you compromising with self? And then it'll make it easier for you to compromise with people in your everyday life of living. Okay, but look, symptoms of mental health issues: perceptions, personality, thoughts, personal habits, changes in moods, and social withdrawal. And it's very hard to tell if you're really genuinely fighting mental illness or if it's a spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. Because dark night of the soul will have you thinking you're depressed and you're growing. During this dark ass moment, you're shining. Where did fucking card just go? Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. In this dark ass moment, you're shining. Leading from love, you're shining bright. It's like even if a motherfucker want to look at you wrong, how you coming right here clearly shows that you're shining bright as hell. How you coming? So it's like, oh yeah, somebody here could have had their mind made up, had an idea of who you were. But even in the dark, even through all this shit being casted on you, through all this shit, you're still shining, you're still leading from a love place. That's where your respect lies. Okay? Causes of mental illnesses. First of all, childhood traumas. Look, I can run y'all these down, but I'm trying to read to y'all what the law got, but I can run this shit down to you. Okay? I know childhood traumas, that's the main stem factor of motherfuckers having trauma, passed down trauma, generational guilt, generational shame, generational fear being projected onto you when you're a kid. Destiny snatch at soul. And that's why when you get grown, it's like, okay, I know better, I got to do better. Because it's like, yeah, I couldn't control those little 18 years, but I can control going forward now. Okay? Biological causes, environmental effects, biologically of serial mental illness. Oh no. Interactions of biological and environment. Biological of serious mental illness. Somebody here could have like mental illness, like really bad. And like I said, serial, not like a serial liar, serial killer, serial cheater. Serial mental illness. That ain't even a word, I don't think. But somebody here, you really need to get your mental checked. Like if you feel like you've been doing it with yourself and it's not helping you, ask for help. Look, small steps. Ask for help. Somebody here, you need to learn how to ask for help and understand that you don't have all the answers. Figure it out sometimes. Sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need a person there with you. And that's okay to admit that, but say that. But don't let ego and pride drive you into this state where somebody could be 33, where it drives you insane. Okay? Release the old and rest. Somebody here, you being called to get some rest. Take note and listen to your intuition and move in a new direction. Like I said, you could have set boundaries with these people. They ain't respected, but that ain't on you to make them respected, nor see your worth, nor see your value. That's not your job. People are going to, as you can see, it takes 7 seconds for somebody to have an impression of you. People are going to think what they think. But don't let that fuck up something good that you got going on for yourself. Okay? People going to talk. People going to think whatever. That's fine. Moving in a new way. One thing I learned throughout my whole spiritual journey, this was the wisest lesson I learned, is that you can't associate your new self with the old you, with your old self, with the old people that, not even your old self, because yes, you're going to take that person with you, but you're going to heal and annihilate that motherfucker from inside out. Not that. I'm saying like the old crowds, the old environment you used to kick it with, because they're going to always see you, or they still see you as the person that you used to be, not the person that you are right in front of them. And that's what makes them overlook your whole value. Overlook your whole worth, net worth, everything. Somebody here could do something with the internet. Take it how it resonate. It make them overlook who you are standing right in front of them, like me. I can't associate with my old family. I can't associate with none of the people I dealt with in the past because they still see me as that old person. And no matter how much I scream it, yell it, boundary it, pronounce it, say it front to backwards, they have their mind made up, and that ain't on me to change them. I can't control what you believe about me, but I'm sure you're going to see over the time being my worth and my value, but it ain't on me to make you see it in the moment, no. You're going to just see me grow, period. And then you ain't going to have no choice but to see and look at a reflection of the things that you didn't heal. Oh shit, let me finish this. Brain disorder, autonomy, function, metabolism, and chemistry. Causes of brain disorder, genetics. Told you that shit passed down through the genetics. That shit is generational curse. Brain injury or viral theories. Okay. And no, that's not. That's you being woke. So it's like they starting to say somebody that's woke. That's why I say it's hard to differentiate the two from spiritual and being woke and going through shadow work and healing and facing your shadow self and mental illness and mental health. It's two different categories. Okay? Role of environment. Some disorders may be learned behavior, also known as disruptive behavior disorders, childhood trauma. Environmental effect that causes of the disorder, your environment, people that you come up with, people that you associate with, the trauma you tolerate, the trauma that you deal with. A lot of black people, that especially my ladies just jump again. A lot of black people, we come from households where tough love is more so taught, 50-44 on the clock. But tough love, yeah, it helps, yeah. But it don't help. It can really fuck up a person's mental. Because what if I really need you and you trying to show me tough love and I really need you to be vulnerable with me right now? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like you deal with that from home and then you go into dynamics and relationships, partnerships, business ships, whatever you want to call it. You go into these situations where it's the same environment and you learn to just stomach that hurt. You learn to deal with that and that be your new norm. You know what I'm saying? Even if it goes against everything you stand from, you will go with it just because you were taught that love is supposed to hurt and it's not supposed to hurt. Okay? Substance-related disorders, types of disorders, substance-induced withdrawal, intoxication, various psychiatric symptoms. Okay? Somebody here, you need some fucking yoga in your life. Spirit said that. 50-51 on the clock. You do you. You do you. I'ma let you go, 'cause I need my peace. So you do you, and I'ma do me. Girl, my heart been broke. You're not something I need. So you do you, and I'ma do me. You are loved, okay? And shut your mouth and listen. Somebody here, you need to listen so you can go in this new direction. Okay? Anything else, Spirit? Okay? Don't let your issues fuck it up. Wake up, you're missing some cool shit. Somebody here, you sleep right now, but you don't get the message when you need to see it. Help people give back, do good shit for humanity. Yeah, like, help people, shit. Even, like, when I get a reading, like, if I got it, because, like, if I got it, I'm humble enough to say sometimes I don't have it, sometimes I do. There's highs, there's lows, there's ups, there's downs. It's a part of my growth. I learn from them. I'm humble enough to say that shit. But when I do got it, I help. Even if I don't got it, shit. What can I give you? I got some food. I mean, would you like something to eat? Like, help humanity. These tarot readers, believe it or not, the lessons we learn to teach y'all, make sure y'all tip y'all tarot readers, even if it's not me, okay? Your tarot readers go through a lot to learn these lessons. And no, we don't victimize ourselves. But it's just showing that step of, like, that you're grateful, that gratitude, in order for you to even manifest anything good back into your reality. It's like sitting on hella money and being stingy and being greedy with money. And you get that money to make sense. You get that money to help humanity with. You're here to live a purpose. You're here to be service to humanity. That means you have a purpose to humanity to help them. What is yours? Okay? We gonna hit the karmic cards. I like this reading. This is beautiful. Don't fuck it up, okay? What does it say? Your body is pissed at you. And they don't necessarily mean sexually. That could mean like you ain't been moving your body. You've been sleeping a lot. 54-34. So you've been called to do some yoga, because yoga was at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn is out. Neptune, Jupiter is Sagittarius and Virgo, I think. And Leo. Why I picked up on Leo? But I didn't want to say it because I'm like, yesterday the sun card came out and that's where I got Leo from. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I separate them because it's different. This is more so an action, and that's more so feeling like stomaching, okay? So action, spiritually learn or teach. Honestly, you can be taught and teach. A real, genuine leader can take in knowledge, be taught, and is able to teach. It's not really an in-between thing, because in order for me to be in the position I'm in, I have to keep growing. I have to keep elevating. I have to, so I can teach you all going forward. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I learned things too, but I learned it through a lesson. I learned it through conversations. I learned it in so many different forms and ways. Gmail confirmation. So it's like, I would never hate on the next person because you took knowledge from me when I'm here to teach you this knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, in order for you to grow, I'm not stamping nothing. I'm not okay, yeah, real gonna prevail. Real gonna recognize real. You don't see me for my worth if you want my vibration. Period. Ain't no in between. So it's like, okay, you took some knowledge from me. That's good. I'm glad you're implying it, but don't take knowledge and you're not walking that walk. Don't take knowledge from me. Now this is where the copycat come in. Don't take knowledge from me and you're just using it for a mask to personify yourself to get gain. Don't do that now. But yeah, a real leader, I genuinely feel like this card, I don't think it's an or thing. I think it's more so of a teach and be taught thing, okay? Mentality. Mentally, be positive about. What do you need to be positive about? Or do you have a negative mentality to the point where if you go into a situation, you're expecting the worst? Because that's exactly what you're going to fuck around and manifest and get. Law of attraction. Even if you're not a spiritual being here watching, law of attraction still exists, and it does not stop moving or working just for your sake or your gain. Okay, so watch what you speak with your tongue. Physical, grow and expand, and implementing these moves and changing your mentality. How is this going to help you grow and expand? Or how much did you grow and expand by doing these moves or going forward? What is the growth and expansion that you're working towards to gain, to do? Okay. Spiritually inspire others with, like I said, are you inspiring others? It's like going through a storm, right? Or you sitting in a room and you hear a conversation and it fits your situation and you ain't got nothing to do with it, and it's like, damn, and they like, well, I handled it like this and it got me here, and it's like, oh well, I know not to do that, or I could do that and just be smarter in this way. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you inspiring others on a spiritual level? And this don't mean spirit. You could be religious here watching. You could be anything here watching. How cautious are you that you inspire others? Period. That's what the lady said earlier. Queen Cotero, she was like, not what I just said, word for word, not that. But she was saying like, really what it boiled down to is not a religious thing. It's more so of a who's cautious thing. How cautious are you? And that was some real shit she said. And I give credit where credit is due. Okay, mentally be prepared to sacrifice for. What do you have to sacrifice? It's like, are you holding on to this old life, these old snakes? You're holding them close to your chest. And this is something that you just don't want to sacrifice. It's like, you know what, Spirit? I know you've been right about everything, but this I just cannot come up off of. You know what, Spirit? I know you've been right. I know. But it's like, this, Spirit, you might be wrong. The Spirit is like, bitch, I'm so ahead of time than you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what sacrifices need to be made in order for you to prevail in a way that you want to prevail? Okay, and then physically, in your physical, yielding is the only way to. What do you need to yield, hold up on, slow down up on, in order to see the progression, or in order to implement moves for progression? You get what I'm saying? What do you need to yield on, reflect on? Because reflection was heavy. So that means take a little break on something and really sit there and think with self and really sit with self. A lot of people need to be around a lot of people because they run from self. It's like facing yourself. You got to face the darkest parts of yourself. That's your shadow self. We embody light and dark. Just like me, I can go hop in demonic energy, but I choose not to. That's not who I am as a person. That's not what I want to do, and that's not where I see myself going. I don't see myself dealing with that a month, 2 months, 3 months going forward. You know what I'm saying? Or years forward. If I'm building towards a future, I'm building towards a future I see myself going towards. Thought my candle went out. Let me relight my sage. Okay, so it's like, what do you need to yield on to? And wait and just really self-evaluate self and grow within self so you can have the capacity to hold this blessing that's coming in. Okay? And if you do have the capacity to hold this blessing, what do you need to yield on before implementing a move in? Okay, collective? I'm going to put this one down here too, because it's at the bottom of the deck, and I said Leo and Pisces right here too. Okay, spiritually, what are your goals? What are you manifesting towards? What are your goals? Do they align with where you're going? Are you manifesting something old back? What are your goals? What are you trying to reach on a spiritual level? Okay, mentally, the day-to-day reality of what reality are you not facing? And you need to sit with yourself to face it. Okay? And this could be towards a goal that you're working towards on a spiritual level. And it's like, I'm not facing this reality as much as I want to. I mean, as much as I don't want to or do, it's like you're running circles around the reality that you need to face. Okay? And physical, use the most business way, and how can I go about it in a business-like manner? This could be about a job, a career. This could be about anything. Take it how it resonates. Only you will know. And if it don't fit, don't try to make it resonate. Don't try to get answers off a collective reading. Like, yeah, you'll find messages and gems up in here, but booking a personal reading is more so best for you. I will always tell you to do that, because you don't want to misinterpret a message that's for, if somebody's reading for 1,000 people or 500 people, you don't want to misinterpret one message and, manifest some shit that ain't even for you. Okay? Spiritual leadership. How are you being a leader, and how are you leading and able to be taught? It's like, whoever I'm talking to, you're a stand-up person, you're a leader. So it's like, what are you doing? You could be a business person too. What are you doing to be a leader? How are you standing out different? Like, are you partaking in what all other people would do, or are you being your authentic self and just letting people see you for who you are? Period. It's like me. Like, back then I used to try to prove my worth to people to keep people around, but that was because I faced abandonment, rejection, and that shit. I dealt with people that rejected me. So it's like I was chasing behind people that kept rejecting me. But that's what I was taught. That's what I was used to. That's what I grew up doing. Like, people didn't like me for me. So it's like, even my parents, they didn't like the way I articulated myself. They didn't like me for who I was. So it's like, no, don't do that, or I'm going to whoop it out of you. And it's like, well, yo, this is me. This is who I am. Maybe this is going to help somebody, but shit, I'm going to always be real. I'm not going to lie to y'all, Period. So mentally, the creativeness of so it's like you're in this leadership role. How can you be creative? And you need to do this. Think of it in a mental level. That's why I said, if somebody really needs to sit with self, how can you be creative with going about this in a business-like manner? Okay, and physically do what you want to, and do what you want. Are you allowing somebody else to control where you're going, your destiny, your fate, or are you doing what you want and learning from it? 1:03:34 on the clock. It's all about learning from your experiences. That's one thing I learned about spirituality. I make everything a challenge, and it's for self. I don't compete with nobody out there on social media. I don't compete with nobody, because me competing with you only will breed insecurity within me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, competition is like, okay, you could be far as hell on your journey, and I could be literally coming up on the same journey, or coming up about it in a different way, or learning in different lessons, and we could implement two different perspectives, but don't make it right or wrong. It's about how you grasp this knowledge. So it's like, I don't know, this is weird. Not weird, but it's like hard to explain. You could be on the same journey or a different journey, and the knowledge you obtain from your different path and the knowledge I obtain from my different path, we could be going two different places, but don't mean we can't learn from each other's experiences. Don't mean we can't grow within these circumstances together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do what you want and don't allow another to control or dictate your life, because you could get $1 million ass idea and tell it to a small mind, and they convince you to drop off your $1,000,000 idea and go work a regular job. And then somebody come about this vision, and he's like, God damn it, that was my vision. And it's like, well, you had the perfect room and opportunity to move on your vision. Why you didn't? That's on you. Don't be that person. I was looking at this study, and it was like the things that people mainly say when they go, and one of them was, I wish I would have did what I wanted. I wish I would have. Another one was, I wish I would have went after what I loved. And he said that he just let time pass by and just thought time was going to fix it, but he had to fix it himself. What's another one? I wish I would have followed my dreams and didn't work so much. I wish I spent more time with family and didn't put work over family. It's a couple different ones, but that's what this is giving. It's like, do you want to go through life knowing that you had every right to control your own life, but you allow other people to do it anyway? Or do you want to go about life in a different manner? Like, you know what? I can't control what people do. No, but I can control me, my environment, and the people I let in my circle and my energy. Because that's going to dictate me. And even if it don't move you, if you're not easily influenced, because me, I'm not easily influenced. If I got my mind made up, I got my mind made up, period. Especially if my spirit tell me it's this way, it's that way. I don't want to hear shit you got. I don't want to hear nothing in the physical, because my spirit team already told me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. But I feel like this could help somebody. So, you know, I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you, lie bugs. I love y'all too much to lie to y'all. I love y'all too much to be on here acting like something I'm not. Because this is people's lives. People are. I don't believe in playing with my own damn life. I wouldn't play with somebody else's. Do not believe in that. Don't see this karma, blunt individual, mystical being. Somebody here is fighting each other. Shady business signaling somebody out. They strip the gifts. Stop running from healing, face it. Testing stage. Yeah, danger. Goldilocks looking for gold. Fast lifestyle. Motive exposed. So somebody here is abusive to a divine feminine or masculine. Because, okay, they don't see this coming. Because somebody's a peacemaker here. And they flexed on the peacemaker. And they were only looking for money. So it's like, I don't know, their motive got exposed before. Yeah, failed horribly. Their motive got exposed before it even could take off the ground. So you know what? That's wonderful. That's music to my ears, because that means there's room for growth. There's room for you to identify them red flags. So then when you come across them things, okay, I know right here, right now, where I'm going, we don't even want the same. Okay? And that could be for business, anything. You know to read the fine print now. Okay? Maybe that's why I brought up the social media and the grass greener thing. People make it look like shit is greener, but really these people, somebody mama, these people are fighting behind the scenes. Somebody here is ready for their mission, divine masculine, divine feminine. Whomever, take it how it resonates. Yeah, their motive was exposed. So a mother motive is exposed. You could be closed off to your mom. And that's the thing. Like, it's like, okay, now that I'm aware, my mother did this. I think it was hard for me to stomach a lot of my spiritual warfare was hard for me to stomach, but I had to. It's like, once you put that blindfold off, you can't rip that motherfucker off. Spirit can, as you see, strip you of your gifts, yes. But once you put that motherfucker on, somebody got stripped of their gift because they were singling out a particular person and picking. 1911. Jupiter is Sagittarius and Pisces. Is blue, Wheel of Fortune 10. It stands for abundance, generosity, wisdom, growth, and good luck. Neptune is Pisces, and I got Pisces right there too, and Capricorn. Okay, and then down here it say Pisces. I'm a new Neptune. Compassion, imagination, dream, spirituality, and where you can be deceived. Okay, and then up here for Neptune, it say, ain't got Neptune up there. For Jupiter, it say down here, I cooked dinner last night, but I might cook again tonight. Especially I've been eating healthier too. Dang, where's Jupiter at? It's Pluto. Oh, Sagittarius and Pisces. Yeah. Your luck, optimism, abundance, worth, and risk taking and expansion. Yeah, it's like, what risk are you willing to take? What are you willing to sacrifice? It's like, okay, I know this information now. You've been holding me up, mother dear. I love you. I can do nothing but love you from afar. This can be somebody BM. I got nothing but love for you. I hope you heal. But where I'm going is deterring me from where I'm going. So I have to do nothing. I release you with love. I release you with light. I release you with healing energy. But where I'm going, I got to let you go. Okay? Let me see something. Spirit, what is this pertaining around? Somebody got hope about something though. Or maybe this gave you hope. Okay? This could be somebody from school, a Cancer, masculine. Copycat got left, indulged in player, crowd blocking, blessing, cloaking spills. Okay, that just... Somebody here that you went to school with, 1-11-21, is feeling very hopeless. Why are they feeling hopeless, Spirit? If you're feeling hopeless, you need to just talk to somebody and, just get the help that you need. Don't get help when it's too late. Victory light always wins. Copying the divine feminine. So maybe like you feeling hopeless because you tried to copy this person to get this man, to gain this man, 1-11-55 on the clock. And now that everything is now playing out and it's not going how you want it to go because your motive was exposed here, all you can do is grow from this point forward, okay? You moved out of ill, spiteful ways to steal somebody's destiny. Now going forward, don't do them same actions and grow within your circumstances, okay? Going forward, don't heal. Why were you moving out of them spiteful ways? Why do you feel the need to compete? Was that taught to you? If you got to compete, was that taught? So it's like unlearning them unhealthy behaviors and relearning something more positive, okay? Yeah, somebody here is loyal and standing tall on 10, and you forgave this person and keep forgiving them. I forgive the people that tried to steal my fate, my destiny, all that. I forgive y'all. It ain't nothing but love for y'all. Go heal, elevate your mind, because I don't want y'all to pass these same things on to y'all kids and to keep repeating itself. That's my thing. When there's kids involved, you're hurting innocent souls. You're projecting this shit onto innocent souls. You don't know how much trauma a person got to heal because of some shit that was passed down from slavery. A lot of 1-13-11 on the clock, a lot of the trauma we facing, a lot of the mentalities that people still are operating out of matrix programming stem from slavery. So why partaking in it? If you know better, do better. Okay? Okay. Anyways. Spirit. So this is for the present moment, right? Yeah, somebody here ended the situation. I said 10-10. Closing out of a cycle. All right, Spirit. Card for the day. Let me redo. Okay, Spirit, card for the day. Can you give me one card? Current energy for the day. You don't want me to use this deck? Ha! Okay, we got four wands. That's celebration, happiness, and then the chariot. Somebody, your ships are arriving. Somebody here said they gotta get their confidence up. Or you're getting your confidence up to pursue these manifestations, these things, coming into your purpose. There's somebody here, we got childhood, adulthood, relationship, the star person, high priestess. Damn, this is somebody very spiritual and intuitive. Childhood, adulthood, that's like blessings from heaven. That's like being very fruitful. So somebody here could be genuinely getting their confidence up to come in and approach this spiritual person that's very intuitive. things yet to be revealed. This could be very intuitive. This could just be, a Knave of Swords. Let me see something. I'm going to describe who this person is to you real quick. I want to give y'all the whole little rundown description, okay? Or this could be who I'm talking about today that's getting their confidence up. Swords. Where the swords at? Right here. Wands. Swords is right here. Oh, I spoke too soon, collective. My bad. I'll take accountability though. Okay, here you go, right here. Energy, passion, enthusiasm, delayed, new patience, ideas, planning, education, think before you speak and using your head, curious. So an intuitive person could be really thinking before they speak and using their head right now at the moment. Planning to go towards new. You could have dealt with somebody from childhood and it put you in a position where you had to think before you speak because things could be misinterpreted. Because like I said, it would take people, 7 seconds to get an impression over you and completely misread this spiritual ass person. Okay, so that could be the energy of today is people being misread. With the Ten of Swords out, backstabbing, betrayal, bitching, doormat, bitter, failure, ruin, collapsing, curses, exhaustion, rock bottom, dead end, and serving ties, nail and coffin, attack, playing victim, emptiness, loneliness, destruction, and imprisonment. Somebody here could be facing karma because of what you did to a spiritual person. You know if you fit in that boat. A King of Chalices, that's the person that know what they want. Okay, Spirit, yeah, justice. So it was a lot of people in on this connection. Here we go. I'm going to just say it. A lot of people. Let me get y'all some music and then I'm going to cleanse y'all out and get up out of here. Okay, I didn't notice that it was an hour and 16 minutes in. But you know what? I don't mind ever helping y'all. If you ever got a question, you can ask me. My information be in the description box. And I'll start putting my business number down there too. 11707. You can, if you want to book a healing candle, you can also do that. That information is in the description. They're naturally made. They're all made at home. 11717 on the clock. The meanings of the crystals and the candle meanings and the colors is also down there as well. And if you want to book a reading, the information for that is also in the description box. Okay, collective? Spirit, can you give me some music? Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis. Okay, Slow Down by Bobby V. And then I saw Trust Issues by King Von. Do too much Amrani the Great. She said, we don't trip about these niggas that run behind hoes. We give them straight to the street. Right. Why would I compete? Ain't no need to. Look how Spirit put these songs up for y'all. I Need You by Lloyd. Oh, Let It Go by Keisha Cole. Lil' Kim, Missy Elliott. Sorry, Blame It On Me, Akon. Lonely, Akon. Mirrors, Justin Timberlake. Statue, Lil Eddie. VSOP by K. Michelle. Slow Down, Bobby V again. And Forever in Your Eyes by Mint Condition. Okay, Read Your Mind, Avant. But I'm only picking the ones that had came up or gonna fall out. Spirit, what else? 11818 on the clock. Song Goes Off by Trey Songz. And Where I Wanna Be by Donnell Jones. Nothing is Something. Carla, Lonely No More. Rob Thomas. Exclusive Day 26. He said, life is such a crazy thing. It's never really what it seems. First we were chilling, now I'm catching feelings. Can you tell me what it's mean? Been going through my voice still. Dang, my voice. And I'm seeing every message you sent. Trying to read between the lines. Okay, let me cleanse y'all out. To see if it was something I missed. Okay, he said, all of a sudden my vision became so clear. Everything I needed was right here before me. Anyways, Spirit guides, guardian angels, divine guides, my ancestors, ancient Egyptian ancestors, my Indian ancestors. I ask that you transmute any hexes, curses, spells, binds, evil eye, dark magic, projections, illusions. To love, light, and healing energy and allow the collective to see through all the trickery and the confusion that's being casted and the blinding spells. I ask that you protect them with a red, white veil light of protection and help whomever this person is. And send them love, light, and healing energy on their journey and just hope that they grow from this point forward. Okay, you guys. I love you all. my Kitty Collective. I'll make sure I put your songs up in the description box. I didn't really get a lot of angel numbers, but I'll put those in there as well so you can look them up. And what else do I put? Your zodiac signs as well. So I do love you all. I'm going to get up out of here. All right. Mwah. I love you all. And namaste, spiritual gay gang. Love. Namaste. And you know we out of here. See y'all.